the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
It is indeed one of the great nights of the NBA season. Welcome to the All-Star Game on 2K Sports. Along with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the East All-Stars going up against the West All-Stars. And even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, and both teams are up for this one. All-Star voting format changed in 2013. 2 backcourt, 3 frontcourt starters as opposed to the old 2 guards and 2 forwards and a center. Do you like that change, Shaq?
It's my fault, Ernie. You know, there's not many dominant big men in the league these days. It's a sign of the times, but it's my fault.
Would you like to see the center position back on the All-Star ballot?
Would you like to ask me why it's my fault?
No, I know why it's your fault, because everything's your fault.
No, it's my fault because I killed them all. But yes, I would love to see the center back. Love to see guys play inside, bump and grind, and dominate. But, as I said earlier, there's not many dominant big men in the league these days.
Thank you all for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. For Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Let's go out to Kevin Harlan.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's broadcast of the NBA All-Star Game. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, this is Kevin Harlan.
Well, we know basketball is a game that's all about team success and team achievement, even here in the NBA. But this game, the All-Star Game, gives a nod to the great individual talents this league has to offer, and those talents will be showcased in an entertaining fashion here today.
Yeah, a lot of fun to watch, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is, and it gives these players that spotlight and recognition that they so rightfully deserve, thanks to their terrific play during the regular season and, of course, their important contributions to their teams.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for the West All-Stars, Paul out there with Kobe, and it's Durant. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Griffin in at the power forward position. Now here's Paul, following the miss by DeRozan. Kicks it out to Paul. 6 to shoot. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. That's good. Bryant's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Kobe Bryant, an All-Star for 17 straight seasons. 4-time All-Star Game MVP, tied for the record with the great Bob Pettit.
Now here's DeRozan. In the corner, it's James. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Well, a lot of great stories for all of these players, but he's definitely been one with a standout season, Clark.
You know, Steve, I've loved watching his tenacity. He's had a clear sense of focus. He's brought his A game on a consistent basis, night in and night out. I mean, he's been a huge factor for this team this season.
And Bryant wide open. He shoots, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
You know, I think one thing that makes the All-Star Game so special is just the history involved. This event has been held since 1951, and a lot of those legends of the NBA past are here in attendance.
Now here's Bryant, following the miss by John Wall. Back to Paul. Feeds it to Griffin. Good.
Yeah, beautiful pass. Nice assist there.
Yeah, that's the teammate connection coming through. They know they can score together, and it's obvious right there.
And when the players step out on the court, you know, Steve, they know that they're writing their names in the pages of history.
Yeah, they're really making their mark on this Sunday night, but at the same time, you know, they've just got to focus on playing the game. And sometimes you get caught up in the atmosphere and the moment. But for these players, it's all about just focusing on the game and trying to enjoy themselves.
Here's Paul, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Outside Durant. The drive by Cousins. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
The All-Star festivities always a big draw for VIPs, stars, and celebrities, and I see quite a few in the house tonight.
Yeah, really a festive atmosphere around this event and this weekend. There's just so much going on, both on and off the court.
The West All-Stars shooting their first free throws of the night. He's off on the first.
Just a fun event to see so much talent here assembled in one place.
Well, it's really one of the reasons this weekend is such a fun time for the fans and really all of the NBA players involved as well.
And he's good on the second. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kev, I caught up with Coach David Black. I talked to Coach about All-Star Weekend, and he said it's been a blast hanging out with everyone in the NBA. Coach said, usually I'm staying up late scheming ways to shut one guy down or take apart a defense. It's nice to have a breather and just have a little bit of fun. We couldn't agree more.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Here's Paul. Following the basket by John Wall. Paul dishes to Cousins. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, the All-Star Game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
In the corner, Horford with it. LeBron outside. There's the triple. And he gets the bucket. LeBron's got 6 points.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Now Paul. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. It's Durant on the wing. A floater, and good on the basket. Hook it.
And we're seeing right here the defense is definitely optional.
Yeah, and we're seeing which option the players are taking.
Now here's Wall. DeRozan passes to Wall. Back to DeRozan. On the wing, James. Love with the screen on Durant. Shoots off the screen, and James gets it to go. He's got 8.
And the points coming in bunches, defense and afterthought.
It's like a pickup game, Clark. I mean, these are always shootouts.
Outside, Kobe. He dishes it to Cousins. And stolen by Love. To the middle. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Wall. DeRozan's got his second basket.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
And it's Bryant in the corner. The pass to Cousins. Good work defensively by Horford. And here's the East. 4-point game. Here's LeBron. 8 points for him. From the arc. DeRozan's shot is good. DeRozan's got 7 points.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove. Very lax defense. Both teams are just getting a sweat going. They haven't really got into the defense yet.
Well, Steve, you've watched these games before. That's not a big surprise. Saving some of that energy for the offensive fireworks is what they're doing.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
Chris Paul selected to his 8th All-Star game. He missed the 2010 game due to injury. Arguably the greatest point guard in the league. He's a fixture in this game.
Here's Wall. Kicks it to Horford. His first shot coming late, and he connects with the jumper. And Paul, always a dangerous ball hawk. Never more so than in the All-Star game itself.
Yeah, he averages over 3 steals a game in only 27 minutes. So he's always lurking, trying to make the defensive play.
That's good.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
And here's Wall. Pass to Love. LeBron with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Kevin Love playing in his 4th All-Star game, and with the new format with 3 front court selections, he was a first-time starter last year around. No need to pick a true center.
So I was wondering if you think Kevin Love might be the best combination of rebounding, passing, shooting, and low post scoring in not only the NBA now, but let's go back some decades.
Oh, man, it's always hard for me to talk in the framework of history. I mean, we sometimes become prisoners of the present when we evaluate players. Now, he's unique, but you talk about the history of the league, there have been some great passing, scoring, rebounding, big guys. So let's give him a little more time before we put him in that category. Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
And Cousins kicks to Bryant. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Kobe's got 5.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Now here's LeBron. 8 points for him. Here's Wall. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Paul. 8-point game. To the paint. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Love. LeBron dishes to Love. The lead pushed to double digits.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two teams.
Now here's Paul. Griffin sets the screen for Bryant. From downtown, Al Horford with the rebound. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Outside DeRozan. Horford the pass to Wall. Off target from outside. Now Kobe. 5 points in the game. Left side, Bryant. True on the 14-footer. Kobe's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
Wall, that's good.
Well, with this soft D, they're allowing them to shoot a very high percentage from the field so far.
Yeah, and they're just not offering any resistance, not making anything difficult for them, and they're able to kind of do whatever they want to do.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Star.
John Wall back for his 2nd All-Star appearance. Last year he helped lead the East to victory and also won the dunk contest, so quite a weekend for him.
New players in now for the East. The West making some changes. Outside Curry. The dish now to Davis. Clock at 6. Back to Curry. Steps back and fires. Good, he hits the jump shot. Curry's got his 1st points of the night.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
And it's Rose penetrating. It's rebounded by the West.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. A guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Howard can't hit.
I think we've seen the defensive intensity start to ramp up a little bit.
Yeah, I think so, Steve. A little more effort here as the game has progressed.
Now, here is George. Anthony, no one around. Off target from 3-point range.
It's still early, but they've started to establish themselves on the glass here.
Yeah, and that's due to their physical play. They're scrapping and clawing for each and every rebound out there.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
1:06 left to play here in the first. Rose goes in. The shot by George, wide open. They get it back. Millsap. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
A nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the East All-Stars?
Boy, the 3-point shot has really been dropping for them early on.
And they're knocking down that mid-range jump shot too, so they're really doing a nice job offensively.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
Dwight Howard always seems to enjoy the All-Star festivities. A playful personality, he enjoys the spotlight and certainly knows how to have a good time out there.
Now here's Hayward. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Rose against Lillard. Rose goes in. Back to Wade. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Hayward kicks to Curry. Davis with a screen on Wade. Curry dishes to Hayward. Howard in the post. That's good. And it's now only a 1-point East All-Star lead.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
The 19-foot shot. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. The East All-Stars up on top. They're up by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
Tune in Friday, February 20th. LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. You don't want to miss it.
A great event unfolding, one quarter of basketball already played, and welcome back everyone to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And Kevin, both teams percolating now.
Yeah, those early game jitters out of the way, Clark. Both teams settling into a groove. Well, one thing we're noticing here tonight, both teams pretty much taking care of the ball, which is impressive in a game like this.
It really is, Steve. I mean, typically in a game like this, the players and teams can be a little loose, but that hasn't been the case so far.
Lillard with it. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Well, you know, you always want your side to win, but I think it's pretty common that we don't see too many fouls in these games year to year.
Steve, you're exactly right. I mean, I think we usually see a few here and there because guys are also reacting based on instinct, playing the game similar to how they know how to play basketball. But aside from that, you usually aren't going to see too many whistles.
Anthony is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then it's Rose, and it's George in at the small forward position. So that's who the East All-Stars start the second with. Here's Lillard, following the score by Derrick Rose. And Lillard kicks to Curry. Howard setting the pick for Curry. 6 on the shot clock, and the basket by Lillard. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already, and as Rasheed Wallace once said, both teams playing hard, my man.
Millsap a screen on Davis. Anthony kicks to Millsap. Passes to George. Back to Millsap. He feeds it to George. Rose attacking. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. So it'll be Derrick Rose shooting. It's on Damian Lillard. A big group substitution here for the East. Al Horford, he's checked in for Millsap. Love comes in for Carmelo Anthony. James checked in for George. And it's DeRozan in for Dwayne Wade. Then for the West All-Stars, Durant's checked in for Davis. Reggie Jackson comes in for Curry. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Lillard. Now here's Bledsoe. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. That's good. Durant's got 5 minutes.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
Rose against Bledsoe. The drive by James. Rose passes to James. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 10. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck, how about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
Shots good by Durant.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Over to the left wing. James outside. On its way from Rose for 2, and that's good for 2. Rose has got 7 now in this quarter.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Baseline try, and it's blocked, and that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Irving's checked in for Rose. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Griffin's checked in for Dwight Howard.
Well, playing in the All-Star game, something to really be proud of. And, of course, the starters are voted in by the fans. The reserves are voted in by the coaches. Either way, it's a heck of an honor.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Here's Jackson. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
East All-Stars on offense. Steve, you talk about the starters and the reserves, unlike in regular games. In an All-Star game, everyone gets a chance to play.
Yeah, and I think the hardest part for the coaches, Kevin, is distributing those minutes because everybody is deserving. Everyone's a great player. And usually what happens is the starters get the most minutes because the coaches understand that that's who the fans have voted on there, and that's who they want to see.
Kyrie Irving grew up right across the Hudson over in New Jersey. Plenty of friends and family in attendance. I'm sure he'll be as motivated as ever to put on a show.
And Kyrie Irving has a history of showing up in these exhibitions. The MVP of the Rising Stars Challenge back in 2012. He put on a clinic. Remember shooting 12 of 13. And Clark, he made all 8 of his three-point shots.
Yeah, it was a remarkable performance, Kevin. And then last season, winning All-Star Game MVP, he went 14 of 17 and made half of his threes. This young fella appears to love the bright lights.
He's perfect from the line this time.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Bledsoe outside. Pass to Jackson. The feed to Griffin. It's Durant on the wing. He's guarded by Love. 5 to shoot. Can't get it to go. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. James with it, now guarded by Bledsoe. Irving dishes to Love. Outside DeRozan. He kicks it to LeBron. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
Now here's Bledsoe. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Dishes it to Griffin. Fades back. That's good. Here are the East All-Stars, trailing by 2. Irving kicks to Horford. Feeds to James. Irving with a clean look. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got his 5th assist in this one.
Just putting on a passing display out there.
Well, just add another fantastic assist to the highlight reel for this guy.
Now, here is Harden. He dishes it to Durant. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Kevin Durant has set the bar pretty high with his scoring in All-Star games. He has averaged 30 points a game in his 5 appearances. And that's good for number 1 in the history of the game.
And Durant, guys, not shy about slinging him up. 38 points on 27 field goal attempts in last year's game.
Yeah, kind of felt like he was gunning for that MVP trophy. But the big thing with Durant, like LeBron, They love the All-Star game. They love to compete and play against the best guys in the league. They're not looking for a night off. They're looking to showcase their skills. Kevin Durant set the record with 30 points in 3 straight All-Star games in 2013. He made it 4 straight last year. Can he do it again this year? That's the question.
John Wall's checked in for Kevin Love. The West also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Harden. Kobe comes in for Jackson. And it's Paul in for Eric Bledsoe. On Durant's performance in last year's All-Star game. Probably his best yet.
You know, if there's a player that's custom-made for all-star type games, it's Kevin Durant. I mean, he just loves to play. He's a free-wheeling scorer. How about 38 points, 10 boards, 6 assists? I don't know if he can top that, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did in a future all-star game.
Now here's Wall. He has 7. Horford sets a screen for Wall. Irving a screen on Paul. And Wall kicks to DeRozan. The step-back jumper is good. DeRozan's got 9. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
Steve, so close.
Well, such a seesaw affair, back and forth. I mean, this has been an unbelievable game to watch.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Wall passes to James. Horford with a screen on Griffin. The drive by LeBron. An easy layup after coming off the pick. James has got 4 points this quarter.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
And there's the pass to Durant. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And that's 12 points for Kevin Durant.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
And Wall kicks to DeRozan. Back to Wall. Lets it go with a 3. And that one's good. 12 points for DeMar DeRozan.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Now here's Paul. Kicks it to Cousins. Fires from 14, and that one's good. Cousins has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Such a difficult shot to defend, that turnaround.
And Wall kicks to Horford. Pass to Irving. Back to Horford. Shoots from the elbow. And DeRozan at the basket on the assist by Horford. 14 points for DeMar DeRozan. It's a close game here in New Orleans. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
And the East with some changes. Paul Millsap's checked in for Horford. Anthony comes in for James. And Georgia subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Durant. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He thinks there are opportunities for second-chance points out there and implored them to go hard to the offensive glass for the remainder of this game. The next message he had for them was that they should be attacking the basket on offense. He felt very strongly that the defense they're up against is vulnerable down low. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
All right, Doris. Irving kicks to Wall. Back to Irving. Takes a 3. West All-Stars with the rebound.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass. Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Now here's Wall. He has 7. Outside Anthony. The dish to Millsap. And stolen by Cousins. Paul passes to Griffin. He feeds it to Kobe. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Now it's a 5-point West All-Star lead. And here comes Wall. On the wing, Irving. Millsap a screen. Irving kicks to Wall. Plenty of space. And that one's good. Wall's got 9 points.
If they're going to take tough outside shots, I mean, they're better off just firing from the three-point line.
Yeah, I agree with it. I mean, if you're going to be back there near the three-point line, you might as well take the three. Just step back and knock it down.
Now here's Cousins. He has 7. Kobe dishes to Cousins. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. And that one falls for Cousins.
Cousins just giving them fits. He has 8 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
Yeah, he's defending very well, Clark. He's disrupting the offense. He's playing the passing lanes, trying to put as much pressure on as possible.
The East making a switch. Wade's checked in. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Davis is checked in, and so he's able to get 1 of 2.
He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a 2-possession game.
Millsap kicks to Wall. Millsap passes to George. Wade dishes to George. 4 on the clock. Wall missing again.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Paul with the ball. Cousins with a screen on Wall. A shot by Hayward, wide open, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Here's Wade. And that's not going to go. And so that's the end of the first half. West All-Stars lead by 6. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
Yeah, and Kevin, often the second half is where you see that intensity turned up a bit.
Well, yeah, the first half maybe a little more loose, and then the second half is where it can get more competitive once the game is on the line.
here's Kobe on the court for the West All-Stars. We've got Durant. Kobe is out there with Paul. Then there's Griffin. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's good. And that's 13 points for Kobe Bryant.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
James kicks to DeRozan. Horford sets a screen for DeRozan to the left side wing. 6 on the shot clock. "13 feet away." The West All-Stars pull it in.
Well, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
West All-Stars shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. The free throw drops for Bryant. And Kobe drops them both. And here are the East All-Stars now. It's a 10-point game. Outside, Wall. DeRozan passes to LeBron. Back to DeRozan. The feed to Wall. Horford trying to free himself up. Wall's shot is off.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
Now Griffin inside. It's stolen by Wall. Down low, James. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 14 points for LeBron. Here comes Chris Paul. Passes it to Durant. Cousins with a screen on LeBron. They get the rebound, and he gets it to go.
They have to box out better than that. I mean, that putback is just another example of the difference between these two teams today.
The West All-Stars have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Not time to panic yet, guys.
Steve?
Well, it will be soon if they don't cut into this lead quickly.
Now here's Wall. He's got 9. It's DeRozan with the drive. Shot clock at 6. For the 3. Good. DeRozan's got 17.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Paul outside. Pass to Kobe. It's stolen by DeRozan. Right side, DeRozan. And that one's on target from the wing. DeRozan's got 5 points now this quarter. Wall against Paul. Bryant in the post. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
And the East All-Stars call time here. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He said to them, goal number 1 is to drive the lane and put pressure on them inside. That's where he wants their scoring to come from. He also said something you don't hear too often from a coach. He told his guys they should have a shoot-first mindset instead of trying to be, quote, too cute with the ball. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Wall dishes to DeRozan. Paul against Wall. Paul kicks to Bryant. Fires for three. Rebound, Love. Now the East All-Stars with it. Dishes it to DeRozan. Paul outside. Cousins with a screen for Durant. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got his third rebound on the night.
LeBron James has been an All-Star since his second season in the league. And this is his 11th straight All-Star appearance. And he always gets after it. Goes hard even in the All-Star game.
And LeBron, a two-time All-Star MVP.
Well, and in the running last time around, too, Kevin, you think about the numbers, 22 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals. He loves playing in the All-Star game. You can tell. I mean, he looks to attack pretty much every time down.
What a game for LeBron. He has 15 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. Howard comes in for DeMarcus Cousins, and Curry subbed in for Kobe. That one is no good.
And we've seen Dwight Howard hoist up a triple or two in these All-Star games. Percentages not exactly in his favor, but hey, sometimes you need a heat check.
Now LeBron, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Love kicks to DeRozan. Shoots the 3, and that's good. Kevin Love for 3. Love's got 7 points.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
And Howard, in last year's All-Star game, Clark grabbed 11 rebounds in 13 minutes.
That's a heck of a rebound per minute ratio, Kevin, and that's really hard to do as well as the East was shooting. Both sides were filling it up, and that set the benchmark final score, too.
And the West All-Stars have possession. They lead by 4, and he gets it to go. He has 6.
What an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender, giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on him.
And Wall, here we go now. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
Curry's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. And Wall kicks to Horford. Feeds it to James. Banked in off the glass. LeBron's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How huge has he been, giving his team the lift?
Without his work offensively, Steve, I don't know where they'd be. Shooting at great efficiency, I don't think they'd have a chance without him.
Now here's Paul. And it's off from 3-point range. DeRozan passes to Love. LeBron kicks to Wall. Here's DeRozan. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 3rd assist on the night.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
And I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Lowry comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Rose in for John Wall. James Harden, he's checked in for the West. Damian Lillard comes in for Paul. Now, here is Harden. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Durant with a wide-open look. From outside, off the mark.
Well, eventually he'll start knocking those down again. He did make 2 in the first half.
Lowry dishes to Horford. Wants to get it to Rose, and does. That's good. And now, just a 2-point West All-Star lead.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
James with the block. Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at them.
And this is where you just start picking apart the defense, and now you take their confidence away. You can really take control of this game.
Now here's Love. He has 7, just 5 on the clock for the lead. And Curry pulls it down.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
Harden against Lowry. And the pass to Curry. Durant kicks to Howard. And stolen by Horford. For the tie. And James with the basket on the assist by Lowry. James has got it all tied up now for the East All-Stars. Here's Lillard. He kicks it to Harden. He dishes it to Howard. Over in the corner, Lillard. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Lowry with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively for the lead, and it's blocked by Harden, and they get it back. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during the season. If you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker. You don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
Anthony's checked in for the East. Paul George comes in for LeBron. Davis is checked in for the West. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6, and the basket by Curry.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Now here is Lowry, looking for his first basket still in this one. Kicks to Carmelo. Love with the screen on Davis. Outside, George. Pass to Anthony. Back to Lowry. It's up a 3. It's Lowry again missing. Harden against Rose. Harden the pass to Curry. Got a piece of it. Now the dish to Davis. Harden outside. Lets the 3 fly, and he gets it to go. Harden's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. They have to get a hand in his face.
Love with the screen for Rose. He feeds it to Love. Lowry kicks to Rose. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity they have.
Well, they need to be.
The West All-Stars have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. And the first one drops.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody starts to get comfortable and relaxed, and everything goes in the hoop.
Wade, he's checked in for the East. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Howard. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Curry. And both free throws good for James Harden. They play the clock right, Steve. They can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, just have to time it right. Make sure you work the clock correctly. You get 2 possessions out of this.
Paul George with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Wade dishes to Rose. Will it go? Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Rose has got 4 points in the quarter.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
The West All-Stars have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And he makes the first. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. Now Wade for three. Count the bucket. Wade's got himself on the board with three there. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. West All-Stars out in front, up 2. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Tune in this Saturday night, February 21st. Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder go up against Al Jefferson and the Charlotte Hornets. Live from Charlotte, it's the real deal.
Welcome, everyone, back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And the fans definitely getting top value for their money.
Yeah, always some great highlight reel plays with this all-star caliber talent.
Paul George is out there with Anthony. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Carter Williams in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. Now here's Wade. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And here are the East All-Stars now. Nobody near George. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Bledsoe outside. The feed to Hayward. An easy 2 points on the layup. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
This could be an instant classic, fellas. I mean, this thing has all the looks of a game that's going to go right down to the last shot.
Now, here is George. Now, here is Horford. Shot clock at 6. Took the opportunity when he saw it. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
They'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Bryant with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Cousins with a screen on DeRozan. Shot's good by Kobe. Kobe's got 19 points.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Carter Williams kicks to Horford. Passes it to DeRozan. Dishes to George. Back to DeRozan. Out to the right wing. Pass to George. Takes the 3. And he gets it to go.
That's not the way for a team to get back into a game, like giving up easy shots like that. It has to start at the defensive end.
Bledsoe outside. Hayward up top. Cousins with a screen for Hayward. Feeds to Cousins. Goes up the baseline. Kobe Bryant again. Kobe's got the game tied up here for the West All-Stars.
Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
Carter Williams the pass to DeRozan. Carter Williams dishes to DeRozan. Horford with a screen on Bryant. And DeRozan kicks to Anthony. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's foul number 2 for him. LeBron's checked in for the East. Ball comes in for Michael Carter Williams. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Durant's checked in for Hayward. And it's Paul in for Eric Bledsoe. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Griffin sets the screen for Durant. The pass to Paul. Back to Durant. He kicks it to Cousins. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
DeMarcus Cousins at the line for 2.
And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins. And he makes the first but misses the second.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
Outside, Wall. He dishes it to LeBron. Clock at 6 from the wing. And that one goes long.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Kobe, the pass to Paul. At the top of the key, Durant. His 3-pointers off the mark.
The clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
And here are the East All-Stars now. Wall dishes to Horford. Kicks to James. And Griffin sends it back. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. And he bangs it home with one hand.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
And those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
Now here's Wall. Pass to James. Got it from 16 feet. LeBron's got 23 points.
I mean, that's just too weak on the coverage. Heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse can cost you the game.
Here's Paul. Right side, Bryant. The dish to Durant. Kobe kicks to Durant. Again, Durant missing.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
All with it. He's picked up by Paul. In the corner, George with it. Outside DeRozan. To take the lead, and the jumper is good. 23 points in the game. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark and Steve. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Boy, after all this energy that both teams have expended, you're right, Clark. This would be a tough one to lose.
Here's James, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. And now Paul pushing it up. No one back to step in.
You might not have expected him to go for the steal there. But boy, oh boy, did it ever work out for him.
I like it. Sometimes you got to take chances in this game, especially right where they are in this game. No time to get conservative.
And the East All-Stars call time here.
Chris Paul playing in his 8th All-Star game. He was the All-Star MVP 2 seasons back when he tallied 20 points on 10 shots to go along with 15 assists. That's efficient playing at the point guard spot. You put him alongside these other great players, and it's like a kid in a candy store.
Loves check in for George. Now here's Wall. He feeds it to DeRozan. Knocks it loose. Pushing it up. Here's Paul. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Paul's got 4 this quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break.
Here's Paul, following the basket by LeBron James. Paul kicks to Kobe. It's Durant on the wing. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Bryant's got 3 assists now in this one.
And now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Now here's Wall. And DeRozan kicks to Love. 9 feet out, and that one's good.
This game has taken on a new feel since halftime.
For sure. The energy level on both sides has gone way up after the break.
The feed to Kobe. And now here comes Wall, leading the break. And then jammed down as he goes right over Chris Paul.
And Clark, I think that one was for the fans that didn't get to see the dunk contest last night.
Letting loose a bit and making some all-star highlight reel clips, for sure.
Now here's Paul. Durant with the wide open look. Again, Durant missing.
Great look, disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
And Wall kicks to Horford. Outside DeRozan. Back to Wall. Outside DeRozan. Just 5 to shoot. The 10-footer finds the target. Now it's a 3-point East All-Star lead. Now Paul. Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars.
He just is not happy with how his team is executed. And they've been on the wrong side of this run. It's time for a momentum shift.
You know, sometimes just getting off the court, taking a break, and coming back out fresh will give you a chance to pull together.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on David Blatt's huddle. He said their plan was run their offense through LeBron. Coach would like to see him utilized in the offense as much as possible. We can expect to see them going to him constantly. He mentioned one more thing, which was that he'd like them to get out and run whenever they get their hands on the ball. Let's play this game at top speed. Those were his exact words. It's pretty late in the game to be altering the game plan, but they're going to come out with a different look here, guys. Back to you.
All right, Doris. Here is Durant. Following the score by DeMar DeRozan, and he gets it to go. 16 points for Kevin Durant.
What's going on defensively there? A lack of focus, no concentration. Too easy.
And the East All-Stars call time here.
Drop it like it's home. Drop it like it's home. Drop it like it's home. Here's Trap Beats. Walk it like it's home.
And that one ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Super defensive play. I mean, if that pass gets through, it's probably 2 points.
And he knew that. He knew if it gets through, it's a score, so that's why he sold out for it and got a hand on it.
Shot from the inbound. And Wall gets it to go in on the assist by Love. And that's 13 points for Wall. Now here's Paul. 1:51 left in the fourth. Offensive rebound. Here's Cousins. Nice D from DeRozan. And here is Horford. The drive by James. Outside DeRozan. Horford the pass to Wall. Horford in the post. Defended by Durant. Horford no luck. The West All-Stars with the ball. Durant kicks to Griffin. Kobe dishes to Paul. Right side Durant. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 18 points for Kevin Durant.
What a sweet assist by CP3.
Timeout called East All-Stars. They're up by 3. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Wall. Inside.
Western All-Stars ball.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They're down by 3. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. .107 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Paul kicks to Durant. Pass to Griffin. to tie it up. Sinks it. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
This is the red-hot version of Chris Paul right there.
And here comes LeBron. Dishes at the wall. Back to LeBron. Into Al Horford. Cousins pulls it in. Now here's Durant. Paul outside to take the lead. Oh, draws the hard foul, and he'll head to the line. That one on Love.
Well, they had a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before that shot attempt.
Yeah, and giving up free throws isn't ideal here, Steve. You know that, but at least they've got the clock stopped.
And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one, and that gives them the lead. Timeout called East All-Stars. They trail by 1. 29 seconds left in the game. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Horford with the screen on Durant. Horford against Cousins. Horford the pass to DeRozan. It's Wall with the drive. Kobe dishes to Durant, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a three-point attempt.
James. So a close game sees the West All-Stars taking this one.
Hey, guys, I really like the way they gelled as a team out there. They'll take the bragging rights home for the rest of the season.
Of course, nobody